Every day, billionaires are dropping hundreds of millions on old Ferraris and Lambos, but the following concept cars are so rare and futuristic that even billionaires can't just swipe a card and get them. Some of these machines aren't even for sale, and others are so far ahead of their time they look like they belong in the next century. In this video, we'll be looking at 10 cars that make even the wealthiest of billionaires green with envy. 10. Renault Trezor. Can you imagine a car that opens like a jewelry box? Instead of regular doors, the entire roof of the Renault Trezor lifts up to reveal a cockpit that would completely fit into a sci-fi movie scene. The Renault Trezor is a fully electric, futuristic daydream with a 350 horsepower motor pushing 280 pound-feet of torque. The Trezor hits 0 to 60 miles per hour in under 4 seconds and has a top speed of around 155 miles per hour. If you think the numbers are impressive, just look at the interior of the Renault Trezor. The cabin gives off pure theater vibes, with red leather, futuristic displays, and a steering wheel that reshapes itself depending on your mode. The craziest thing about the Trezor is that it is literally priceless. Renault is yet to put it on the market, which means billionaires could not buy it even if they wanted to, at least not yet. 9. BMW i Vision Dee. Up next is the BMW i Vision Dee. Frankly, BMW went wild with this one. The i Vision Dee looks like a mood ring on wheels, and this is why. The entire exterior of the car can change colors to over 32 shades at the push of just one button. Under the hood, this Beamer is just as impressive as on the outside. BMW has not been very vocal about the exact specs of the car as it is yet to hit the market. But many automobile experts say it is expected to pack electric power with at least 500 horsepower and can go 0 to 60 in under 4 seconds. Step inside the iVision and it feels more like the inside of a smartphone. It has an augmented reality heads-up display, voice interactions, and a feeling so minimalist that it makes Teslas look old school. If it is ever launched, experts say it could easily set anybody trying to purchase it back by at least $150,000. 8. BMW Vision Next 100. If you think a car that comes in neon is too flashy, BMW has a darker cousin that looks like if Bruce Wayne ordered a Beamer. The Vision Next 100 was built in celebration of BMW's 100-year anniversary, and it looks like something out of Blade Runner. It comes with 600-plus horsepower and can rev up to 0 to 60 in 3 seconds. And true to a car worthy of Bruce Wayne, it has special tech that literally predicts your moves. The wheels even stretch and adapt to the road like they're alive. Inside the car, there are 2 modes, the Ease mode for when the car drives itself, and Boost mode for when you want to be more in control. The Vision Next's dashboard glows with AI-driven lights that guide your every move, and although BMW hasn't put a price tag on it yet, experts are saying it could cost up to $500,000, considering its insane design. That's about 2 Bentleys. 7th, Aptera Launch Edition. In 2025, billionaires around the world are driving some of the most insane vehicles ever made, from land yachts to F1 bullets. But the Aptera Launch Edition is simply so whack and special, it had to make the list. Not only does this car save money by not sipping fuel, it doesn't even need it to function. With 700 watts of solar panels built in, the Aptera literally drinks sunlight like a dragon. This gives you up to 40 miles of free driving a day. Pair that with its battery pack, and suddenly you're staring down a jaw-dropping 1,000-mile range. Sounds too good to be true, but it doesn't stop there. The Aptera Launch Edition has lights that look like they came from the future and aerodynamics enough to look like it just docked from outer space. But here's the best part twist. It isn't locked behind billionaire-level paywalls. Instead of a 7-figure price tag, the Aptera comes in at a shockingly human number, about $25,000 to $33,000. Sixth, Rolls-Royce 103EX. Rolls-Royce has always been a pace setter when it comes to dreaming of the future. The 103EX is simply outrageous. It looks like something a billionaire pharaoh would commission, rolling out over 20 feet long, makes almost no sound, and operates fully electric. Unlike most other cars on this list, Rolls-Royce sticks to the tradition of choosing luxury over raw horsepower. This car literally drives itself while you lounge in the back, and on the inside, it comes with a silk sofa, handcrafted wood, and a giant OLED screen. The exterior is just as equally theatrical and impressive, with huge wheel arches and a roof that opens like a grand entrance. Rolls-Royce says this car is beyond value. We don't think any billionaires would be able to afford it, at least not yet. Bugattis, Nissan Hyperforce. At number 5 is the Nissan Hyperforce. This is not just another electric concept. In many ways, it feels like the spiritual successor to the legendary GTR, only this time dialed up to sci-fi levels. Underneath its sculpted skin, the Hyperforce hides a monstrous 1,341 horsepower all-electric powertrain. That's enough to rocket it from 0 to 60 miles per hour in under 2 seconds, putting it in Bugatti and Rimac territory. With a top speed upwards of 200 miles per hour, it's not here to whisper like the Rolls-Royce 103EX. It roars. Every sharp angle, every glowing LED strip, every aerodynamic vent looks like it was ripped from a high-budget video game. The body is carved from lightweight carbon fiber, keeping it as sleek as it is strong, while active aerodynamics constantly shift to keep it glued to the asphalt. The cabin transforms depending on drive mode. In racing mode, you're surrounded by glowing holographic HUDs, digital overlays, and a steering wheel that feels like it belongs in a Le Mans prototype. Switch it back and it calms down into a futuristic cruiser. 4. Mini Vision Next 100. The Mini Vision Next 100 sits pretty at number 4 deservingly. This beauty was built for car sharing. Open it, and the simplicity, while still being smart, will shock you. The Mini Vision Next 100 responds to its passengers with voice commands and adaptive glass displays, turning the cabin into a personal interface that changes depending on who's inside. It learns you, adapts to you, and becomes yours, just for the time you're in it. Under the hood, you're looking at roughly 200 horsepower, a 0 to 60 dash in about 6 seconds, and a top speed near 120 miles per hour. But a powerhouse isn't what Mini designed this for. It's the future. 3rd, Cadillac Innerspace. At number 3, we have the Cadillac Innerspace. With a name like that, you know you are in for a futuristic testament of luxury. If the Mini Vision is about shared charm, Cadillac Innerspace is about private indulgence. Imagine a luxury lounge on wheels with no wheel and no pedals, just a sweeping LED screen that surrounds you like a private jet cabin. Powered by General Motors' Ultium platform, the Cadillac Innerspace is expected to push 400-plus horsepower, cruise 350 miles on a charge, and sprint to 60 in 4.5 seconds. What's a futuristic vehicle without artificial intelligence? The Innerspace interior has an AI ride curating feature, seats that recline like cinema chairs, and even scent diffusers filling the air. It is simply a first-class flight rolling silently on 4 wheels. And if that sounds futuristic, wait until you see what comes next. 2. Hyperion XP-1. Now we're in the territory of the big boys. The Hyperion XP-1 doesn't run on batteries, it runs on hydrogen. That means you can get yourself a full refuel in 5 minutes and a staggering 1,000-plus mile range. The Hyperion is also as vicious as it is efficient, with its 2,000 horsepower engine that can charge between 0 and 60 in 2.2 seconds and speeds north of 220 miles per hour. The Hyperion's titanium-reinforced carbon body wears active wings that double as solar panels, making it as smart as it is fast. Stepping inside this spaceship on wheels is an ethereal experience. It's futuristic, yet driver-focused, lined with glass and touch-sensitive everything. As exciting as this sounds, only few will be able to experience the amazing XP-1, not just because of the pricing, but also because only 300 will ever exist. The Hyperion is rarer than most hypercars, and this is also the reason why the final car on our list feels less like a machine and more like a living being. First, Mercedes Vision AVTR. The Mercedes Vision AVTR is the ultimate vehicle of the future. Like its name suggests, this beauty is inspired by James Cameron's equally futuristic cinema franchise, Avatar. The car doesn't turn on, it comes alive. It feels like it has a life of its own. The AVTR has no steering wheel and instead uses a glowing pad in the center that responds to your hand and, wait for it, even your heartbeat. If you think you've seen fancy before, wait until you witness the Vision AVTR Crab Walk. The vehicle can slide sideways like a literal underwater crustacean. But the AVTR is not just about a fancy exterior, it also has a tough makeup underneath, with its 469 horsepower engine, a 0 to 60 in 4.5 seconds, and a top speed of 112 miles per hour. But numbers don't tell the whole story. Beyond glowing lights and interfaces and biometric controls for steering wheels, the AVTR is also eco-friendly with organic materials used to build the interior. When it comes to pricing, the Vision AVTR simply can't be purchased as it remains a concept car not available for sale. Which of these cars is your favorite? Let us know in the comments below. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more.